friends, hello, I hope you're well. This is my weekly video rant about Mullen Automotive. Many of you are right now, I'm sure, having massive anger issues, or maybe some of you are just resorting to crying. I completely understand where you're coming from right now with Mullen Automotive, the new EV big company that's supposed to have revolutionary battery technology and a Saudi deal that we're just not seeing. And has anybody seen this guy lately? Where'd he go? But friends, let's talk about Mullen Automotive here and what's going on. Listen, hey, I'm not making this video to talk junk about Mullen. I'm just here talking about Mullen as someone who does love the company and likes what they're trying to do, and is very bullish that they could be a competitor in the EV market in the coming years. But right now there are a lot of issues with the company, and in you as an investor, especially a long-term investor, somebody that's, if you're still chasing the short, the squeeze, I think that's a very dangerous place to be right now. Our squeeze is always possible. Absolutely. That's the fun of the market. That's the whole gist of a squeeze. It could happen at any point in time. But for us that are here for long-term investing in Mullen Automotive, there's some things that we should be concerned about and talk about. So let's go right into those situations. Now, the latest news with Mullen here, and it's kind of honestly unbelievable that this is even news, but this is literally what Mullen has been talking about here. Mullen has reached its 10-day agreement where they have remained above $1 for 10 consecutive days on the NASDAQ. They took a reverse split because the stock was punched around, knocked around so much it could not get back up on its feet. It was under 10 cents. Obviously, if you know, you don't know, a stock on the NASDAQ has to remain above 10 cents for so many days, and it has to remain above $1 for 10 consecutive days before it is told to have a reverse split, or even worse, delisted. So Mullen took the reverse split because it was under 10 cents and it was at risk for being delisted. So now Mullen is like, well, hey, we've reached our dollar agreement. The stock's above $1. And since then, the stock has just kind of taken more damage. And, I've been talking about this for 2-3 weeks now, where I was saying Mullen is more than likely going back to $1, more than likely going under $1. And some people have been like, yeah, that's probably going to happen. And a lot of people have been like, no, you're crazy. This thing's going to explode, even though they can't give reason why. But we are here now with Mullen, and it is almost at $1. More than likely this week we will see it back in the 90-cent range for some sort of moment. Now, here is the bullish part on Mullen that I talk about. I don't want to bring this up again, but I'm going to. The Saudi deal. The Saudi deal has been something we have been seeing in whispers and all that kind of stuff. Right now, all we know is that the Saudi deal has not happened. We don't know if it's real. We just don't know. Mullen is not even talking about it. All we know is that the last deal that happened here that has actually brought in revenue, a little bit of revenue for the company, is the North Carolina delivery on the trucks, the vans. Other than that, we know there are more deals down the pipeline, but it's just not enough. Mullen needs cash. It needs money right now. It is in severe talks of possibly this year it could go into bankruptcy. I mean, that is a real logistic thing that could happen here. Now, just like any other EV company or any other new company in general, they're always struggling for cash. They're always struggling for some sort of, way to get their name out there, for bigger, better deals, and to keep their company going. And Mullen is no stranger to that right now. So what is the risk right now compared to the reward with Mullen right now? The risk is that we could see Mullen stock continue to fall apart here once again. We could see it slowly bleed down to under $1, to under 60 cents, 50 cents, 40 cents, 30 cents, and be right back where we started here maybe by August or September, if Mullen does not see some sort of deal come along here. And that's why that Saudi deal was so big. It was billions of dollars right there for that deal. But it does not look like it is happening. And Mullen's just not talking about it. And so many, they're really not. So if you're seeing it on chat rooms and places like that, it's really just word of mouth right now. It's something that came out a while ago, It's been talked about, but there's no real legal paperwork to say it's happening. It has happened. And with that, Mullen is losing investors' trust. The reverse split did a lot of damage, and now Mullen is really still, like I just said, not really talking. And these are things that are really damaging Mullen stock right now. And it's kind of like they just don't even care. They're not talking. They're not making videos. They're just not responding to investors right now. They're just watching their stock being torn apart and bleeding off, and it sucks for a lot of us. So the positive with Mullen is that, okay, the Saudi deal does happen, or some other big deal that we don't even know about is going to happen here. And people talk about the squeeze with Mullen. The squeeze is all good and fun and stuff, but what is the main thing we know about squeezes? Squeezes hit, and then they die down. So you wake up one day, Mullen has went from $1 to $2.50, or let's just really push the button here, and we'll say Mullen's went from $1 to $5. Okay, that's great, but what is going to sustain that stock price? As of right now, nothing. Mullen is bleeding through money. They have no really big life-changing deals going on right now. They need money, they need equity, they need something to make investors believe what they're doing right now and to build trust, big investment firms to where they want to buy into Mullen here, to where Mullen can survive in years down the road here, be legit competition with all these other EV companies right now. So it's a very 50-50 bid right now where Mullen is going. So that's why it's still so intriguing to so many people right now with Mullen, is that this could go really bad or this could go really good, and it's really dangerous right now because Mullen is just, like I said earlier, again, they're just not releasing a lot of news. We're just left kind of in the dark right now. Obviously, we've established that Mullen is a real company. This is a real vehicle company. This is a real EV company. So friends, that is really the Skippy right now with what's going on with Mullen. I think there's a lot of us here that are for Mullen for the long term, and there's a lot of people here that could give two hoots about Mullen in actually making it. They are here for the squeeze, and that's understandable. I get it. I really do get it. But the other third play here that could possibly happen that really scares me as someone who is hoping for Mullen here is that we see a market crash. We're hearing more and more day by day that there could potentially be a huge market crash sometime this year. If we were to see a huge market crash, it would eat alive a lot of these penny stocks that are struggling up, and Mullen would be right in that barrel of penny stocks in general that are struggling, companies that are struggling. So it could really take huge damage to where we could see another reverse split here, and that would really bring devastation that people that have already been caught up in the first reverse split. So that's just doom and gloom revelation stuff that could possibly happen, but we're hoping that doesn't happen. Obviously, no one wants to be in a double reverse split, or even at that point have a market crash here this year. I do not want that. So friends, this is the talk right now with Mullen Automotive. Let me know what you think. Friends, listen, I know I'm talking some stuff here, but I really am trying to be bullish. I'm trying to be positive, but I think it is important as investors, whether it's $5 or $5,000, whatever you're putting into the stock, we have to ask questions, we have to wonder, and we have to, it's okay to ask, okay, what's going on here? Before I put another dollar in this, I really want to see what's going to happen here, what's going on. So friends, with that, I will talk to you soon. Have a great day, great night, wherever you're at. Take care, friends. Bye, everyone.